Hello, welcome to this week's paint along. We got all of that left shoulder done last week, and we're gonna move on now to this other arm. So I'm gonna start like we've been starting and do the fur. There are sculpted fur details on this. I like to always do build-up of layers of texture when it comes to fur, instead of doing a regular painting, I guess. So I want brush strokes to show, and that is basically what I'm saying. And again, it's black indigo. That is the very dark. I'm still going to do what I was talking about with texture to all the areas, even in the places where it'll be super dark and shadow. We're still going to have some highlights. And then just to be mindful, right around here, it's like a pectoral muscle. You can kind of see if you look closely that there's a little bit of fur, but then it's like smooth. So they're giving him kind of a humanoid muscles here. A bit of that too, with possible ab, oblique muscles there. So yeah, black indigo for the really dark base coat, and I do have the well with it just in case I feel like I need to bring some of that back in. And then this is about 1 drop of the black indigo and 3 or 4 drops of glacier blue. And even if you're watching this after the MSP 2.0 gets go button, so to speak, there's probably going to be some similar colors that you can buy if you end up running out of these colors that I'm using. Plus the creator of MSP is still streaming on the Reaper Twitch channel, so you can always ask for how to make such and such a paint. Or you can ask me if you are unable to watch that show. You can send me a message to ask, and then I totally will. I am willing to ask for you if you are unable to do that yourself and get in contact with her yourself. there's wraps that go all the way up to the chains right there. And I have it painted. This is really do tiny kind of hair texture strokes. I think there needs to be like fine hair here on the hands. Let's see, there's probably gonna be more wraps. Go back to this side. Alright, next color up is going to be mostly just Glacier blue. With this one, we'll still kind of go into a lot of the different places, even in places in shadow, maybe not quite all the way like I did with the other one, but still mostly in shadow. You don't need to worry about hitting exactly the same spot as the previous layers. In fact, you almost kind of don't want to, because that will help aid in a more realistic fur texture. next color up, we are going to start pulling back now away from where there'd be shadow areas and start focusing on kind of the highlight areas with these colors. There's 3 colors left here that I'm doing. It's this one. Next is a mix of Glacier Blue and Creamy Ivory. And I am going to try and get a little bit more accurate as well with the textured. A little bit down here that would kind of be out in the light a little bit. You can always just see by getting like a really bright white, and then taking a picture with the flash on your camera, go straight down, fairly close, just to really blow up and see exactly where the light would all be hitting. If that is something you struggle with understanding, it's a good way to kind of make a cheat, something for you to look at to give you an idea of where on this particular mini you would be putting the lights and highlights stuff. Don't want to forget the chest, since we were including that. Previous colors. Well, that's going to be in shadow though, as far as the rest of that goes. So yeah, which is also matching up with the other side of what I did. Just a small bit. It's always good to do, to just to make sure that you are consistent in your decisions. If you're doing it like what I'm doing, where I'm not just painting all of the fur at once, but in sections and whatnot, to get whole sections of the mini actually done. Right, this is a mix of creamy ivory and pure white. Oop, that was close. And we'll do pure white next. Next thing, there's not going to be a whole lot that we will hit here because we want to focus on where it will really get direct light. Now for the pure white. My goal is that he looks like a polar bear, werebear, polar werebear. However you would say that. Hence why I'm going all the way up to white. But also why I'm using some blues. I like my were people, creatures, whatever, however you want to call that. The were creatures, werebear, werewolves, were rats. To be kind of bluish. Alright, here we go. That's all done now on the other arm. And now we've got the leather here. We've got some wrappings we could either do in leather or maybe make it the same color as what I'll do for this tunic thingy. I've got the axe, chains. So yeah, some more leather, more metal, but then maybe some cloth. I do like that idea of making these the same colors. All the different kind of these more cloth looking stuff. So yeah, stay tuned for more fun stuff as we get working on this right arm. Have a good weekend. Bye.